Hey guys, what's going on? Rick here, and it is a gorgeous Father's Day, and just kind of wrapped up some of the chores on the farm. Chelsea made me and Papa and LaLa and everybody a really awesome breakfast quiche. I wish I could have got that on camera. That would have been an awesome recipe for you guys to try out at the house. But I had to finish up some mowing, and so I went up to the front pond and finished mowing around it, and then dropped the mower off at the shop. And I looked over, and kind of dawned on me, me and LaLa and Papa, nobody's really ever talked about the memorial tree. And so I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a background, and then kind of tell you about some of the animals that are buried out here. So make sure you guys, before we start, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell for future content. So the memorial tree was put in place by LaLa, and this was before we moved out to the farm. We were staying about 10 minutes down the road, or my mom and dad were staying about 10 minutes down the road, and they had already purchased the property, but they had not really put anything on it. There was a pathway. There was, if I'm not mistaken, the house wasn't even cleared on the front portion of the property. Even the land where the house sits. What there was a tree, and that's this tree sitting behind me. A sad thing kind of happened in order for this to become the memorial tree. We ended up losing a dog. His name was Gunner, and he was a boxer, very large boxer. Some medical issues that he had, tumors, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them was like a brain tumor. He out of the middle of nowhere, began having these aggression issues. So he ended up, passing. My mom said that she wanted to bury Gunner out at the farm, and so that's where the memorial tree started. And we buried Gunner right up underneath this bench. And since then, I'll say this: LaLa and Papa and really everybody in the Robinson, the Robinson family, and a lot of you guys, I'm sure, will feel the same exact way. Animals mean a lot. Animals give you affection, even when you don't want it. They're there. They're there to greet you when you get home from a stressful day of work. They're there to play with you when you're on quarantine, when you're being quarantined in your house because of the coronavirus. They're there to lay with you when you're sick. They are, in my opinion, man's best friend. I know Monster Boy, come here, buddy. This guy right here, he means a lot to me. He is, outside of Chelsea and my human family, he is my best friend. And you guys see that, him and Patrick, you can't shoo him away with a damn stick. And these, and the whole reason why the memorial tree stands, and the whole reason why it's a memorial tree, and the whole reason why this bench is here, and why people come to just kind of like sit down and relax. There are dogs out here, and cats, and there are bunnies, animals that really have earned their place, and have given us more than we can really put into words. And so I'm gonna go over a couple of them. You know, you got Gunner, you know, who I'd already explained. Great dog. And we have gravestones, or stones that have been engraved, sitting in, you know, kind of like a memorial setting, so we can remember each one of these guys. You also have Muzzy, which was a miniature pincher that my sister picked up, I do believe. And you know, he was that joker was squirrely. Tons of energy, way more than I don't know of any other dogs that we've ever had that were nearly as squirrely as Muzzy was. But he was a really good dog. And we ended up losing him back in, it's probably 2 or 3 years ago. You know, just old age, and just, you know, he was uncomfortable. And you know, we got the bunnies. Before the channel was even started, we had 2 bunnies, Bun Bun and another one, I can't remember his name. You have Pooh. Pooh I found when I was in high school, and I found him at the county dump. You know, I stuck him in I think I stuck him in a milk crate or something in the back of my truck, and I brought him home, and he literally looked like Winnie the Pooh in like a stuffed animal. He was like a chow golden retriever, maybe a lab mix. Just a phenomenal dog, and he lived a long time. You know, if I'm not mistaken, I think Pooh made it all the way to Rick Isaac. He may or may not have made it to Rick Isaac, but he definitely met Madeline. And so he saw grandkids, and you know, he saw my children. And I grew up with Pooh, and you know, Pooh was a really good dog. You know, you have Crystal out here. Crystal was a black lab that I had gotten from the Jacksonville Humane Society. You know, shortly after me and Chelsea had met, and we were living out in Jacksonville, and we got this dog, and we were told that she had been returned. She had been adopted and returned and adopted and returned again. She just had entirely way too much energy. She also had a rear hip dysplasia, and you know, it was just too much for, you know, most people to handle. And so I thought to myself, you know what, I'm gonna take on this challenge. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get this dog, and I am going to do my absolute best in kind of rehabilitating her and getting her, you know, to where she can run and enjoy life and give her a good home. She was there for Rick Isaac. She was there for Madeline. You know, she was just a good dog, and you know, we ended up putting her down, you know, after we got after my mom and dad got the farm, and so she's out here as well. She lived a really long time, and the most recent one is Lulu. And Lulu is super special. I purchased Lulu, or got Lulu, was told that she was a 100% purebred lab. I didn't really care. I thought it was going to be cool to have a purebred lab, but turned out she was not purebred at all. She was more gray than she was black. She didn't really like the water. She didn't really like being outside. She absolutely adored my kids. And you know, but she was there before me and Chelsea were even together. And I remember Chelsea would skip school to hang out with me and Lulu. Lulu was there through me and Chelsea getting married. She was there through, you know, having Madeline, having Rick Isaac. She was there through, you know, cancer. You know, she was there through Chelsea having Hodgkin's lymphoma, making it through that, and she'd lay with Chelsea on days that she wasn't doing well. She was there through Patrick, and she was there through Abigail, and she was there through Amalia, and she was there through you know, Rebecca and Steve getting married, you know, she was just there through a lot. And she just recently passed within the last 2 months, and we ended up actually getting her cremated. And some of the ashes, I'm sure, at some point will be out here, but there will definitely be a memorial stone or a gravestone put out here for her in the near future. And so anyway, this video was more or less just, you know, me kind of running through you guys, or running you guys through what the memorial tree is. It does stand on the farm. It's a really important thing for everybody on here. LaLa, Papa, me, Chelsea, Rebecca, Steve. You know, everybody's got something, someone, an animal out here to come and visit, and you know, we love this little slice of the property. It's very relaxing out here. So anyway, not a super exciting video, but I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Share some pet stories in the comments below. Let us know, you know, have you guys, you know, do you guys have a best friend dog or cat that you consider really close? And you know, these things are like family. There's a reason why people call them fur babies. So again, guys, if you haven't, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, ring that notification bell. And until next time, live by the golden rule. Papa always says, treat others as you'd like to be treated. And until next time, thank you for visiting the farm. Bye.